big thank you to Bombas for sponsoring today's episode. These are hands down the most comfortable socks I've ever worn, and these Sunday slippers are my go-to as soon as fall hits. They have a hard bottom, so they're perfect for slipping on to go outside and take out the trash. Comfort aside, my favorite part about Bombas is that for every pair purchased, one is donated, and they've donated over 150 million items. Bombas make great gifts for everyone on your list. Feel good and do good with Bombas, knowing your purchase is doing some actual good. New customers get 20% off their first purchase. Just go to bombas.com/Babish and use code Babish20 at checkout. YouTubers. Everybody loves them, and we all agree that they are an absolutely necessary part of any given economy. To the point where we've launched our own lines of food products. But are they all hype and no pipe? I aim to find out. I'm gonna try each one of these YouTuber food products and rank them from 000 to 10, as we've come to start doing. And I'm gonna let you know which ones are worth getting and which ones are worth wetting with your urine by pissing on them. Let's get started. First up, we have Pardon My Cheesesteak. Should it be called Pardon My Steak? Yes. Am I gonna forgive that? We'll see. I didn't make the connection that it was Pardon My Take when I saw this on door. I was certain it was like an AI restaurant, because sometimes AI out weird restaurant names. I saw one once that's called Bitch Don't Grill My Cheese. I am not kidding. I have screenshots to prove it. I didn't make that up. It was called Bitch Don't Grill My Cheese, which doesn't function as a play on Kendrick Lamar's Immortal lyrics, and it doesn't make any sense. Don't grill my cheese. Anyway, so I got it with peppers and onions because I think to do anything else is frankly barbaric. This presumably came from a commissary, which is how a lot of YouTubers, MrBeast especially, are able to get nationwide distribution without barely lifting a finger. There's gonna be a dip in quality with commissaries because it's mass produced, and usually it's just heating up the food and sending it. So I'm inclined to give it a 7. I think it's a perfectly serviceable cheesesteak, especially one that's been mass produced. Like, that is actually pretty impressive. Next up, we have Baklava olive oil from the one and only Action Bronson, a food YouTuber legend. And let's open it up and see what all the fuss is about. Per Babishian regulations, I'm not going to try it with bread or any bullshit like that. I'm gonna throw it in this Four Seasons Hualalai shot glass where I stayed one night. I stayed 4 nights, who am I kidding? Sorry. Whoa, whoa. That's spicy, damn. It started sweet, and then it turned a little grassy, and then it turned spicy, and then it finished on this ever so slightly, and I mean this as a compliment, bitter note, like a purposeful bitter note. But all that to be said, it is a very, very tasty olive oil. I love that it takes you on a ride. Most olive oils are one note. Better olive oils are multiple notes. They have multiple characteristics. Even better olive oils take you on a journey like that. I'm gonna give this a 8. It is really tasty, one of the tastier olive oils I've had. Okay, we have my boy Nick's Osmo salts, which I can't believe he hasn't been sued by DJI, and I hope that this isn't the thing that gets him sued. But that's the name of a camera. I guess it's not really a market replacement, is it? I don't have literally any meat in the house, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna taste it. This is big flaky finishing salt, you can see that. That's interesting, it's not flakes, the likes of which I've seen before. Let's try it out, let's see what they do. I mean, it's salt. I'll tell you that much, it's salt. It's got a nice crunch to it. It's quality finishing salt. I think the aesthetic is interesting. So I'm gonna give that an 8. That's really nice. I like that. Obviously, Nick is a dear friend, and it's hard to judge his stuff objectively, but I will do it, even at the cost of our friendship. That's how much this show means to me. So now let's try some of these seasoning blends. That's Montreal steak seasoning. That tastes just like Montreal steak seasoning, which I love. I love Montreal steak seasoning. I grew up with it on my steaks. If anything, more than my friendship with Nick, nostalgia is clouding my goggles right now. It's all fogged up in here because that tastes just like it, but it has a better, like, it tastes fresher. Because if you try that Montreal steak, it's stale. Like, the pepper tastes stale, and it's also this big chunky format. This is a nice fine powder that I would be more comfortable sprinkling on the steak after you cooked it. Because the spices in here might burn if you treat the steak with it before. I don't know, but I would finish with this. Definitely letting nostalgia cloud my judgment, but I'm gonna give that a 9. It's delicious, I love it, and it lights up this very childlike part of me that I thought was dead. Then we have the Garden Harvest blend. All right, let's try this out. What is in that? Tomato powder. I was personally worried it was gonna be more like, I don't know, cumin forward or something? I don't know, just something to spice up boring vegetables. But really, the tomato powder, I imagine, would augment and enhance vegetable flavors. I'm not crazy about the dried herb aspect of it, but I love the idea of using tomato powder on vegetables. That seems like a really great idea, and this would be an effective way to do it. For those reasons, I'm gonna give this one a 7. I think it's good. Golden Gourmet blend, perfect for chicken. Okay, so yeah, we have a really chunky herb season. Well, that's gonna cost you. Ooh, yeah, don't inhale spices, bad idea. Yeah, it really smells rosemary heavy, and I'm not a big fan of dried rosemary. So my personal preferences might cloud. Well, that's what this show's all about. I like the idea of using a chicken soup base to season a chicken. It might be something I try sometime soon, but the rosemary is way too forward. And I just do not like dried rosemary. If you powderize it and add it, like if he had powderized that might have fixed it and reduced the amount. So I'm gonna give this one a 5 because it's not bad. It's just not what I'm personally looking for in a chicken rub. Sorry, Nick. Coastal Catch, perfect for fish and seafood. This one is violently red. I assume we got like an Old Bay thing happening here. It is definitely an Old Bay. I truly don't even know what goes into Old Bay. The difference, I would say, is that it is spicy. There's some cayenne or something in there, and it's sharper. I don't know if he puts citric acid, but it tastes mildly acidic, which would work quite well on seafood. And I like Old Bay seasoning, and I do think that this is an improvement. It's spicier, it tastes fresher. I'm gonna give it an 8. I really appreciate the addition of spice and acid. There we go. Pretty solid overall. Just that rosemary. Well, folks, we had to do it. It's Beast Burger time. First off, I ordered a Coke.
What?
That's gonna cost you.
Is that true?
Yes, I did. Well, you can see, right in there. I ordered a Coke. What I ordered was Beast style fries, seasoned. Animal style, is that the equivalent? Whole pickles. Those did not travel well. And I would say maybe it's better in person, but you can't get it in person, can't you? And then for the Beast Burger, I got it Beast style, of course, and I got a triple. That's a triple burger? Where is it? I know they're in there, but like, what? That's a triple? Okay, they're in there, they're just like, the patties are hilariously smaller than the bun. The bun just dwarfs the patties, so they end up being like inside the burger. The bun feels good, feels like a brioche bun maybe or something. It feels rich and eggy. Whoa, juicy. I don't know where that juice is coming from because it's not the burgers, they're dry as bone. Yeah, so I'm squeezing the shit out of it, nothing's coming out. So I don't know where those drippings are coming from. Look at these pathetic patties. I'm gonna give it a 5. It isn't disgusting. If I didn't have other stuff to eat right now and know that there was better things in my future, I would eat this, probably not the whole thing because I'd feel like death by the 3/4 of the way through it. But that's on me, I ordered a triple. The fries didn't travel well. Even the ones that are untouched by sauce are completely flop-a-doopy. And I mean, to be fair, I got them Beast style. Totally not animal style. Definitely not a copyright infringement. Trademark infringement, definitely not. These fries are bad. Pickles are bad. I wonder how the regular fries would travel without all this moisture in here, mussing up things. But these fries, as I judge them, Beast style, I'm gonna give these a 3. There's nothing I like about them. Matheson. I don't know who makes these, but they're probably a boatload of fun. Yeah, no. Matty, of course, is a dear friend of the channel and of me. And I'm very excited to try his stuff. I've never tried it before. I love his branding so much, it makes me sick. I don't wanna make all 4 of these. I am busy, I have a lot more to go through, and I'm sorry. So I am going to make the original. I think that is a great sort of benchmark for what the rest of these would taste like.
People love the cracked pep.
God damn it. Fine.
Could you just make one thing of macaroni and then half each? Yeah.
I'm not gonna make all these today. I'm gonna save some for my own personal enjoyment. And I'm going to make the original as a benchmark and the crap pep because it is apparently the most popular flavor. I'm going to do a half batch of each, so I only have to boil one batch of pasta. It's frankly genius, and it was my idea. Okay, Matheson Food Company Mac and Cheese Original by Chef Matty Matheson. That's quite good. It's like Blue Box if Blue Box actually tasted like cheddar. Like this tastes like cheddar. I really like the ditalini pasta shape. I'm not even exaggerating when I say it's probably 5 times thicker than Blue Box is. You see how thick that noodle is? What that results in is a great texture. With Kraft, it's either undercooked or overcooked. There's no sweet spot with Kraft. I'd call it a massive upgrade to a Blue Box. I'd give a Blue Box, out of nostalgia's sake alone, I'd give it a 7. I'm gonna give this a 9. It's really good. For a boxed mac and cheese, really good. Let's try the most popular flavor. Sure to add a touch of class and sophistication to your pantry. Pinkies up. Noted. Noted. That's really good. Probably shouldn't have given that a 9 because it feels insane to give this a 10. That's like 2. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but I give that 10s all the time, so it gives a f. Loving the texture of the pasta. It's from the same batch, so it'd be insane if I didn't. And the cheese sauce is even better. It's like a Cheetos cacio e pepe. It's the same flavors. I don't know, I can't imagine a boxed mac and cheese being much better. So I will, true to my word, even though I didn't say this, give it a 10. Lunchly. That's where we're at. All your faves in one box. An energy drink, a chocolate bar, and chips. I know Lunchables is no better, but like, I don't know. The chips one, even with Lunchables, was always hilarious to me. Just like, what do we feed these kids? How about chips and a Kit Kat and a Capri Sun? Okay, I should also, so I don't get sued out of existence, I should point out that this is not an energy drink. It is Prime, but it has no caffeine in it. Just a bunch of electrolytes and salt. And sucralose, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, it's bigger than I thought. All right, this one's strawberry banana flavored. I don't know if I can drink this.
Oh.
Okay, try the salsa first. It's very smooth. Looks like tomato sauce. Chips are stale. I think by virtue of them being sealed and refrigerated. So I don't know if I can knock them for that. I can't imagine chips in this scenario being any better. Let's try out this queso, which I have to concede is gooey. That's kind of cool. I don't remember the Lunchables cheese being gooey like that. So it's cold, which is gross. I mean, it's the same thing with Lunchables. All that to be said, it actually has a little spice to it. I can't believe that. And it tastes like queso. You know, when I say queso, I mean Velveeta with Rotel chilies in it, which is great. Let me hate you. Feastables, not Hershey's. As far as milk chocolate goes, it's pretty good. I have to concede that it's higher quality than the way I remember Lunchables being. I remember it not tasting like this. The cheese sauce tastes good, and the salsa, too smooth is good. These are a little stale, they taste good. This tastes good. Of course, I can't try this because it is strawberry banana flavored. Let me see if there's any actual banana in this. Steve is gonna be my taste surrogate because I don't want to die eating lunchly. It's a bad way to go.
You died.
Steve is our biggest MrBeast fan in the office. Okay, sorry.
Beast heads, unite. It's actually very watery. More watery than you might expect. Okay, it's growing on me as I drink it. Kind of like MrBeast. Am I right, Beast heads? Unite!
Drink it. Drink him.
Drink him! This is the blood of MrBeast. This looks like
Shed for your awesomeness.
the body and the blood of MrBeast.
Wow.
I'm not pumped about it. I would rather my kid just drink water. I guess it's a 5 because I'm so whatever on it. If you were just ranking this, which you're not, this part is a 5. Okay. So you can incorporate that as you will.
Yeah, all right, we'll give this Lunchly, give it a 6. It's better than I thought it was gonna be. I have to concede. On to Lunchly pizza, which, this was my go-to back in the day with the Lunchables. So if you scratch the nostalgia itch, my foot will involuntarily, get going. And then we have a Cherry Freeze Prime hydration drink. The P-Roni, or pepperoni, are normal adult size, which is irresponsible. No, it's nice. I appreciate that they're normal adult size, but it does make for an awkward situation here. All right, we have the same ration of what was Tombstone sauce originally. Now it's the Feaststone sauce. Okay, yep, same sort of melted ice cream-like consistency. Okay. Some mozzarella. All right, come on, Daddy. It's terrible, which is to say, it tastes exactly the same as a Lunchable pizza. Even when I was a kid, I remember thinking like, oh right, Lunchables. This pizza isn't very good. It's not pizza. And then these oversized communion wafers or what, these are so not pizza crusts. It's hilarious. I mean, it's the same deal as Lunchables. It's this like thick, dense, bready, awful tortilla, is what it is. I will concede. This tastes precisely like a Lunchables. Oh, Milk Crunch, we got a different chocolate bar here. Low on the crunch count. That being said, it's the same high quality Easter-like milk chocolate, so I don't mind it. Overall, I'm gonna give this the exact same score that I would give, hang on, because this might pull your nuts out of my mouth. God, so insane. This tastes like they took Glacier Cherry Gatorade and they boiled it down and concentrated it and put it in this bottle. It's like that Gatorade times 3. Like I swear to God, it's so fucking sweet and artificially so because it's sucralose. That is disgusting. It is too strong. It is twice to 3 times the strength of the Gatorade equivalent. And the sucralose is so strong and it's that fake sweet flavor. So I would much rather have a Capri Sun, so this is gonna cost them. I'm gonna give it a 1. I wouldn't eat another bite of this if you had a Garrett around my neck and were saying eat this, and I'd be like, and thank you so much. And I think it's because I cut off. You did. That's a 1. Next up we have Mr. Feast Beastables. Mr. Beast Feastables. We have milk chocolate and peanut butter. There are, of course, 50 different flavors and textures that you can get into, but we just thought we'd go with the inimitable classics. It is the same as the other chocolate bar, which is to say it tastes like Easter chocolate, which is better than Hershey's. And so I'm compelled to give it a 6. Give it a 6. Next, we have the peanut butter version. And I have had this before. My nephew Christopher gave me one. And this one got busted up a little bit. But what I regret to tell you is that at least the one that I had was the best peanut butter chocolate bar I've ever had in my life. However, it looks like they changed the peanut butter. I remember it being distinctly smooth, and that looks powdery and shitty. The one that I had a couple years ago, I would have given it a 9, maybe even a 10. It was the best chocolate peanut butter experience I'd ever had. This, they changed the peanut butter. It is this powdery, compressed, sweetened crap, and it's not evenly distributed throughout. There are pieces with absolutely 0 peanut butter in it. Like this piece right here has nothing in it. Nothing. It's still relatively tasty. There's not enough peanut butter though. If I were to give a Reese's a 8, because I think that's what I would give a Reese's, this is like, it's a 6. I concede that it tastes good, but it is also a huge downgrade from the one that I had that fateful night. Next up, we have a smattering of jerkies from the one and only Max the Meat Guy. Somebody I'd really like to do a collab with. Seems nice. And he knows his way around meat, and that's all I can ask for in a man. But I'll start with the Texas barbecue, because at least, you know, there's a Jack Link's equivalent. Oh, well, okay. Oh my God. Now, here's the thing. Damn, okay. Ow. It's tough, number one, which I don't mind. Like, I like jerky that I have to bite a little bit. And as long as you just eat it with the grain, you're fine, it comes apart. But if you eat it against the grain, look out. It's so salty, it's insane. It's so salty. I might have gotten a bad batch, I don't know, but this was way too salty, too sweet too, so sweet. I'm gonna give it a 5 because I would continue eating it, but like at my own peril. I need a gallon of water and a carton of cigarettes. Next, the one I'm really gonna be most judgmental of is New York Buffalo chicken jerky. I've never had chicken jerky, question mark? I've had turkey jerky. Whoa, whoa, wow. What is this made of? Just says chicken. So it looks a little translucent. It's definitely more tender, it falls apart. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. The buffalo flavor is very distinctly Frank's Red Hot flavor, which is where buffalo chicken flavor comes from. Blue cheese powder? You sly motherfucker. That's inspired. And you can, now that they say that, I can kind of taste it. It's very subtle, but there's like a funk to it. Thank you for accurately repping my hometown with the blue cheese and with the Frank's Red Hot style flavor. Texture's not super great, but it's chicken breast. I'll give this a 7. I'd keep eating it. I like it. Okay, now the one that I'm most curious about. Sichuan chili crisp. An amazing set of flavors that I don't know if I've seen in jerky format. Oh, it's shiny. Look at the size and dimensions. Oh, it seems much tenderer than the Texas one. The flavors are awesome. It tastes really good. Jerky's a little dry. Texture's way better. Is this beef? It's gotta be beef, right? No, it's chicken. This is chicken jerky. You could have fooled me. Because I thought that was fucking beef. Because like you can't taste the meat whatsoever because this chili crisp flavor is so strong. But that's why it's more tender, it's chicken. It's really tasty, I really like it. I'm gonna give it an 8. Like, especially that it's chicken jerky, that's impressive. I thought that was beef. Shows what I know. But I really like that. Last but not least is Montreal Maple Bacon Burnt Ends. I don't know what the deal is there, but let's see what happens. I'm in the mood for, after the piquant and the spicy and the salt, I'm into some sweet. Give me some sweet. Inspired by the flavors of the northern wilderness. Mornings around the fire while camping up north with my mom and dad are some of my favorite memories. The sweetest part of those memories was the smell of pancakes, bacon, and warm maple syrup. Damn, that smells good. That smells like maple bacon. That's delicious. It's nice and dried out the way jerky ought to be, but it's not dry. It's not like, it doesn't turn into paste in your mouth. There's still a moisture to it. The flavor is terribly well balanced. Yeah, gotcha. I would destroy and will destroy this entire bag. This is so good. I'm gonna give it a 10. I love it. Some of the better jerky I've ever had. Now on to the Matheson Food Company's family of spices and sauces. All right, now we have the Matheson Food Company original barbecue sauce. I'm sure if there's an original, that implies there's other ones, flavors we didn't get. Sorry, Matty. We're gonna have to make do with what we got, just like the Canadians. That's quality. And this is balanced. It is sharp, it has a great vinegar content, great acidity, but it also has sweetness to it, and they're balanced. They're playing off each other. One isn't drowning out the other. And the spices are simple, but just right. If my barbecue sauce gets a 10, obviously, I think that as far as jarred sauces go, this is great. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's really good. Original. Let's start with original. I wonder how these are gonna compare to Nicky D's. Let's take a look. It is a fine textured, not very herby seasoning mix. It definitely has peppercorn, it definitely has some dried green stuff, could be basil, could be parsley, and some sugar. I can see sugar, salt. Ooh. I mean, I guess you know what this kind of reads as is an upgraded Mrs. Dash. That's a general purpose seasoning. Or a really upgraded seasoned salt. This is just amped up. It tastes fresher. It has a more complex flavor profile. It's got a lot going on. That's a great all-purpose seasoning. Give it an 8. It's quite good. Now we have Boeuf. What? That's the French. Smells like absolutely a Montreal steak seasoning competitor. What's different? Spicy. It's a little spicier, I think. I want to try both back to back. Well, I certainly like the color of Nick's more. I can't imagine this seasoning on meat unless you're doing it after the fact, in which case it would just look like seasoning on top, so that wouldn't be that bad. What do we got here? They taste very similar, but Matty's is spicier for sure, and it's more herb heavy. I don't know. I could definitely imagine sprinkling this on steak in post. A little joke for my video editor friends. It's a damn near perfect Montreal steak seasoning. I'm gonna give it a 9. What did I give next?
9. Signature Butcher. 9.
Okay, well, I do think I prefer this one, but they both have their place. This one's a little sweeter, this one's a little saltier, spicier. I do think Matty's is better. Sorry, Nick. You're welcome, Matty. Next up, we have Heater and Flamme. Inflamme looks to be orange. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, that's not that bad. The first and foremost things that I taste are salt and cayenne or whatever he's using for heat. Like it is spicy and it is salty. The other flavors are getting lost. They're getting drowned a little bit. Not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, you're definitely getting a rounder, more interesting flavor than you would with you know, just salt and cayenne. I don't know. It's just not. It's not as interesting as the other entrants. I'll give it a 7. It's good. You know, solid. All right. Last up, we have Sweeter. Who? How do they tell the difference between sweet and two? Two. Yeah, like you know, if you're like, ooh, this tastes two.
That also means soft.
Like that.
That also means mild.
Soft and mild. Whoa.
And gentle. And
Ooh.
smooth.
Ooh.
And meek.
Oh.
Tender.
Somebody start calling me Dew, because I think I've earned it.
And bland.
Yeah. All right, so we have a very varied texture, color, and those two things. Smells, I don't know, kind of like a mild barbecue sauce kind of vibe. That is sweet and savory personified. Definitely a savory mix with a fair amount of sugar in it. I think you have to know your way around the spice bottle to know how to use this one, because the increased amount of sugar, if you put this on a steak and then throw it on the grill, it's gonna burn way faster because you're introducing all this sugar to the exterior. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. It's sweet and savory, true to its name. It's got a nice, rich, rounded flavor, lots of spices and herbs going on in there. That's caked up. Excuse me. That's really caked up. You can see that there's some bits that are like really, they need to be broken apart. I think it's the sugar, and you can break it apart. It's just an inconvenience. As such, I would give this an 8. It's really cakey, so I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna dock it a point for that. Next up, Emma Chamberlain, famous for being Emma Chamberlain, has released coffee and in an innovative format. I've never seen coffee in tea bags before. And we have these single serving pouches, and then we have some pre-ground coffee, strawberries and cream flavored blend. We'll see. There's 5 different varieties of coffee in here. I'm very caffeine sensitive, and it is $4.25. There is one blend called The Family. You can see on the side here, we have descriptions of these 4 different roasts, and then we have The Family, which has all 4 of these pictures of these delightful animals crowded together. So I assume that's a blend of everything, which feels like it's going to be a good representation of Chamberlain Coffee, the family. Smells fruity and coffee-like. That's got to steep for 5 minutes, so we'll set that aside. And in the meantime, I'll brew some of this. Okay. I taste the strawberries a little. Primarily, it's a very one-note coffee. It tastes a little stale because it's pre-ground. That's that's going to happen. It's not bad. It's not something I would seek out. I'd drink this whole cup, but I'd be like, what's going on here? I'm going to give it a 5 because it's inoffensive, but not very good. Not for me, at least. I'm like a coffee guy, I like coffee, coffee. Okay, let's try this bag. Let's see. So we followed the brewing instructions on the package, which is 5 minutes steep time, but that is a very weak cup of coffee. Okay. It is very normal. It's just coffee. To me, it kind of tastes like diner coffee, which is one of my favorite iterations of coffee because it's just very easy to drink, feels good, warms your heart. And unlike the bag stuff, this tastes surprisingly not stale. I give it a 7. I also love the tea bag format. I really love this. So I'm gonna give this a 7 because of the novelty and because of its functionality. It's just a solid cup of coffee. Next up, we have a couple products from Top of the Morning. This is Jacksepticeye's line of coffee and hot chocolate. And the hot chocolate sounds pretty dank. Salted caramel hot chocolate, sign me up. And the coffee sounds pretty good too. Belgian waffle, golden toasty, and like a buttery cloud in your mouth. Top of the Morning, absurdly good coffee. We'll get this brewing, and in the meantime, I gotta heat up some milk. So I'm not gonna say it smells like waffles, but it does smell good. It smells like the idea of breakfast. Just like a dream of breakfast. Sounds pretty nice. There's like butter in it or something. Like they said it was buttery, and it is. It tastes like butter flavor, like butter powder. I don't know if they put that in there. They must. I'm inclined to say that I do like it. I'm not a big flavored coffee guy. The flavor's very subtle. It does taste fake, but it's pleasant in like a nostalgic childhood kind of way. Not that I was drinking coffee, but the flavor, whatever. I don't think I like it enough to give it a 7. I think I'll give it a 6 because for pre-ground coffee, pretty good, pretty damn good. So solid, serviceable, enjoyable. All right, who's ready to really fuck shit up? Okay. Because now we have Jacksepticeye's salted caramel, absurdly good hot cocoa, rich, smooth, and sweetly salted. It smells like hot chocolate with a big pump from the caramel pump at the Dunkin'. I would never have pegged that as chocolate. It only tastes like caramel flavoring to me. Christ. It's not the worst, fakest caramel flavor I've ever had. It's like, it gets by. I don't know if I want this one. I want hot cocoa. I'll give it a begrudging 7 because it does taste like just fake caramel flavoring, but I like it. And I want to drink the whole thing, but judged by the amount of hand movements
that I'm making, I have had too much caffeine already. I certainly don't need more sugar. 7.
It's funny that most of these products make it very known whose product it is, but this one makes no mention at all. And whose it is Philip DeFranco, a YouTuber legend and a friend of the show. And he's got, of the coffees that we've tried today, the only whole bean coffee, which, respect. So that means I can customize my grind size and make it appropriate for my AeroPress. We'll be right back after I do that. Damn it, I can feel the caffeine. I'm screwed tonight. Philly D's Guiding Light Brew, which sounds religious, and might be. All right, Philip, you can report on the issues of the day, but can you make a cup of coffee? Very few of those fruity notes coming through in the actual brew, and surprisingly a little more one note than I thought. You know, this is not blowing me away in terms of its flavor. All that to be said, it is a very competent light roast whole bean coffee. As such, I will give it a 7 because it's really solid. It tells a very familiar story, but it tells it very well. And what is storytelling all about? But just retelling Shakespeare over and over and over again. Next up, we have Ninja's Nutcase Milk, which is, I'll admit, a very good name for a nut-based milk. What we have here is a chocolate premium cashew milk. I am relieved that this isn't artificially sweetened. I thought it was going to be. It is naturally sweetened. It is plant-based. Let's see if it's all nuts or no milk. Let's see if it is headed for the insane asylum. Okay, it's definitely cashew milk. It definitely tastes like nut milk, which always sounded funny to me. And the chocolate is pretty nice, natural flavor. I would say this is like Yoo-hoo if you made Yoo-hoo with milk instead of water. So in other words, better. It's got an odd, fruity, almost metallic finish, which is not ideal. I don't like that metallic aftertaste, but it's still good, so I will give it a 6. It is very good. There's this, it's almost like I'm tasting the can or something. Like it's just not quite right. All right, what is Myna? Pokimane. Okay, so we have a gluten-free cookie that is grain-free, plant-based, and sweetened with coconut. So as my dear friend Try Guy Zach would characterize it, broken body food. They are a nice poppable size, I'm not gonna lie. Ready? They definitely taste gluten-free, for sure. They almost feel like a compressed sand. Like there's no gluten holding these things together. The white chocolate chips, though they're barely there, you're not gonna taste them. But they provide a nice little textural difference, a little bit of smoothness amongst all the crunch and sandy. Chocolate flavor is very natural. It kind of just tastes like cocoa. They use the sweetened with coconut, but it doesn't taste like it's artificially sweetened or sweetened. You know what I mean? It doesn't taste like it was sweetened by soaking dates and squeezing them and then I don't know what they do to do stuff. I might not have guessed that they were gluten-free just because so many snack cookies just explode into powder like that. That's another compliment. So I'm gonna give them a 7. They're good. I'd keep snacking on them, for sure. Next up, we have Ayoh Mayo, a product of food and influencer legend Molly Baz. These are her crack at taking the mayo to the streets, I think. Very confusing situation going on here. These were shipped to us at room temperature, no dry ice or anything like that, and on a very hot day. And what's confusing to me is this. Like most mayos are shelf stable, that's fine. But this says, for best taste, refrigerate after purchase. Not after opening, after purchase. Shake well, store cold. So, what the heck is Ayoh? This ellipsis. It's mayo with a POV. What? Or as we like to call it, Sando sauce. What does that have to do with a POV? It's mayonnaise with opinions of its own. It's the only condiment you'll ever need. Another very strong statement. It's the only condiment you'll ever need. All right, so let's start with the original mayo Sando sauce. That's big glop. So all you gotta do is be better than Hellman's and you're aces in my books. Yeah, something that plagues most shelf-stable mayonnaise products is a distinct rancidity. This tastes turned. It's not as bad as Hellman's, I will tell you that much, but it's not nearly as good as Jukes, which is the most acceptable off-the-shelf mayo that there is. Ain't nothing ever gonna come close to mayo that you make yourself, is what my grandma always told me when she was holding me down by the throat. But, you know, all right, we got our Hellman's here. See what that's like by comparison. Huh, that's better. That's better. It doesn't taste as rancid. Damn, I cannot believe that this is worse than Hellman's. And if I'm rating Hellman's a 6, that means by proxy, I need to give this a 5. It is not disgusting, but there's better options out there. Next up, we have the miso mayo, toasted sesame and a touch of brown sugar. Let's bump it. Yeah, her mayo is, this one's even runnier than the other one, but it's runny and it's more transparent. It's like, it's got a sheen to it. It still has that rancidity behind it. This toasted sesame is coming through. The miso is definitely coming through. This would amp up the umami factor of a sandwich like crazy. And the rancidity is hidden enough that if in the context of a sandwich or on anything, you wouldn't notice it. This is a significant improvement, and I would love to put this on something. I'm gonna give that a 7. It's very, very nice. It's a little too thin, and the rancidity is still there, which is why it's getting a 7. Next up, we have the dill pickle mayo sando sauce. Oh, that looks positively laden with dill pickle essence. That's half relish. That is half relish. And you know what? It's really good. The higher acidity of both the miso and the relish, especially, cancels out the rancidity. Like, barely detectable. It's loaded with vinegar and dill. It's way more flavorful. I love that it's like 50-50 mayo relish. Like, there are big chunks of relish-style relish in there. I'm gonna give this an 8. I like it better. But the one I'm most excited for is the hot giardinaio. Oh, wow, wow, look at all the stuff. I'm gonna do a lot so you can see, look at the amount of detritus. Let's see if it tastes even a little like giardinaio. Whoa, it's spicy. Whoa, that was properly spicy. That happily does taste distinctly of giardinaio. Tastes exactly like it. Unfortunately, the rancidity is more apparent in this, but I care less. There's so many other flavors, heat, acidity, all the lovely, pickled flavors of giardinaio, all happening in here. It's properly spicy. And as such, I will award it a similar 8. I think that you wouldn't pick up on the rancidity at all. It's very, very tasty. Next up, we have Joyride, Ryan Trahan's healthier candy. How healthy? Well, it has 70 to 80% less sugar, which freaks me out a little bit. We have the first ingredient is soluble corn fiber. Second ingredient is allulose. This is going to loosen thine bowels. I mean, if they taste okay, let's see what happens. Sour blue raspberry strips. Okay, that looks to be a serviceable fruit style strip. I appreciate that they use a blend of sugar and our artificial sweetener. It lightens the taste of the artificial sweetener. It's like you don't taste it, then you taste it, then it goes away. Like if it ended on that's all you taste, that'd be a problem. But it ends on a nice raspberry flavor, like a relatively natural raspberry flavor. There's a decent amount of acidity to it. The texture is amazing. I can't believe that they made this texture out of corn fiber. I'm giving it an 8. I'm surprised by how much I like this. Like this has gotta be the only healthy candy I've ever had where I'm like, is this healthy? Like it tastes great and the texture is phenomenal. Next up, we have Joyride sour watermelon wedges. Okay, that's, use some artificial colors if you want. That looks pink and yellow, green. Yeah, I really don't like the flavor. No, this is my opinion, not a general opinion. This is my opinion. I don't like the flavor, but that's just because I don't like fake watermelon flavor. Again, super impressive texture for not having any kind of gums or gels or that much sugar in it. So I don't like the look, I don't like the flavor, I love the texture, and the sweet to sour ratio is really nice. I'm gonna give it a 6, again, because I'm so impressed by its texture. I do not like the flavor. Okay, next and last we have Cherry Berry Ropes. Okay, good enough. Not as impressed by this one. It's the really very fake cherry candy flavor. Not a fan of that. The gummy texture is great as usual, but the sugar paste in the center is not there. Again, it's really incredible they're pulling off this texture with corn fiber, so I will give it another 6. Not crazy about the flavor. I'm sad about the core, but very cool. Very, very cool. All right, next up from Airrack, we have Pizzafy. Turn anything into pizza. It's not what I was expecting, honestly. I thought it was a pizza sauce, or like something put on pizza, not to turn anything into pizza. That's why we created Pizzafy, the Bossful sauce, to turn literally anything into pizza. Ice cream, batteries. We also found it pairs well with almost any meal. Don't believe us? Just try it. Use on anything, turns it into pizza. Let's do a bump. We'll turn my hand into pizza. How does that have a cheesy flavor? Yeast, nutritional yeast. They're putting nutritional yeast in there to get a nice, like, funky bite to it. You know, it's not the best cheesy flavor. You know, nutritional yeast almost tastes, it reads Parmesan-y, which is fine, but usually with pizza, you're getting a mozzarella vibe and a little bit of Parmesan. It tastes like you took a frozen pizza and you blended it in the blender. Yeah, I think that's a bold claim that this turns anything into pizza, but it's definitely pizza flavored, and it doesn't taste bad. It tastes kind of good, but also very processed pizza. Like I was saying, it tastes like a frozen pizza that you blended up. Well, to be said, I like frozen pizza, and to make it into a sauce, that's interesting at least. I'll give it a 6. Better than I expected. Now we have Oath, Maple Roasted Almond Overnight Oats. This is from Yumna Jawad, who is the feel-good foodie and founder of Oath. You mix it with equal parts, half cup of overnight oats, half cup of milk, let it chill for at least 4 hours, and dig in. There's no artificial sweeteners. There's 5 ingredients: whole grain rolled oats, almonds, dehydrated maple syrup, coconut, and sea salt. Sounds pretty good. It's delicious. It needs a little more salt, so I would just throw a little extra salt in there when you make this. But the coconut is super apparent. The nuts are still crunchy. God, it's really tasty. The flavors are there. The sweetness is there. Just needs a little salt. I'll give it an 8. It's really tasty. Well, folks, we saved the best for last. We have Baked with Babish, product from a very handsome young man. Comes with a spoon. That's a bargain. Comes with a teaspoon for precise dosing, because every teaspoon of this plain Jane sugar contains 5 milligrams of fast-acting THC. It is heat resistant, so you can use it in baking and cooking, and it's a collaboration with Old Pal, which is a very high quality cannabis purveyor, one of the teams behind Seth Rogen's Houseplant. And so now I guess I'll just try it, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna take a nice stately teaspoonful. That's just sugar. It's got an extremely neutral flavor. It's a huge accomplishment by Old Pal. There's no weed flavor to it. So you can put it in anything, you won't have that off flavor. Other than that, it just tastes like sugar. It's just sugar. So, I might be biased. But you know, it is one of my favorite cannabis products because it's the new age micronized THC crystals, which act fast, like within, you know, normally it takes like 2 hours, and this takes, you know, 15, 20 minutes. I'm really partial to it. All that to be said, it is just sugar. But that's what it's supposed to be. Do I need to knock it for that? F you, I'm gonna give it a 10. It's a perfect weed product. It's like, it's streamlined, it's versatile, it's flavorless, it's great. I'm very proud of it. We waited for years to get in bed with a production partner who could do this, and they did it right. So, you know what? No, I'll give it a 9. Because it oxidizes and turns golden, which is a little off-putting if you don't know that it's supposed to do that, and it's okay. So I'll give it a 9 for that reason. An objective, journalistic 9. No favoritism here. Well, that's it, folks. Influencer products abound. It's no surprise to me that Matty and Nick and the other culinary influencers here really put some time and effort into their products. There were definitely some weak spots, I won't say where. But what is life but an opportunity for improvement, you know? Call me when there's a eggplant Parmesan lunchly. Then we'll talk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment below, what are your favorite influencer products? Which ones did I miss? And what do you want to see me rank next? Thank you so much for watching. Again, I just said that, but I mean it. twice as nice. That's the Matheson promise.